The hills are a gift from heaven for the people of our region. People discovering them has changed our lives.
Unsurprisingly, the symbolic weight of the color red has made the Chinese especially admiring of unusual landscapes in which red dominates. In the north of the country is Danxia, an area whose red hills are a UNESCO World Heritage Site. "54-year-old Xingyi Lei was born in these hills. He is the man behind the belated discovery of this site.
Around 15 years ago, I often grazed my sheep around the foothills of these mountains. Then one morning, it must have been spring, a car stopped near to where I live, and the driver asked me if he could photograph my sheep. He wanted to pay me, but to be honest, I didn't want his money. After taking his photos, he asked me whether there were any other mountains like this nearby. Yes, I replied. All the mountains behind my house are colored. He wanted to know if it was natural. He didn't believe me. So I brought him here and he went, "Wow, this is beautiful." Then he went home to tell all his friends to come here to take pictures. Before leaving, he told me, "What you have here is pure gold. You should turn this into a tourist site." And I said to him, "What's that you say, gold? But nothing grows here." He said, "Believe me, young man, you should share this site with the whole world." The photographer mentioned tourism, but I didn't even know what tourism was. Nobody around here had the slightest idea what it meant. Because life has never changed in this village. No one has ever traveled. Anyway, along with all my neighbors, I thought all of China's hills were like these. Two years later, I went on vacation to another part of China. I finally realized that the mountains I took for granted only really exist here. So when I got back, I told everybody in my village about it. I suggested they all join me in investing. But everyone told me, "You're crazy. If we build a road, who's going to come all the way here?" Since nobody wanted to invest, I finally decided to do it alone. To that end, I sold all my sheep. I spent all my money building the first road. But during the first year, I earned almost nothing. My wife told me, "Look, don't you see we earned a good living with our sheep? Now we can't make ends meet." I told my wife not to worry, that little by little, things would get better. And the second year, more people came and I earned 10 times more. Then in the third year, I earned between 20 and 40 times more. At first, there were very few visitors. Today we have tens of thousands. The state bought the road off me and took over running it. I built a small boarding house that allows me to earn a good living.
These colored rock formations are caused by a geological phenomenon in which layers of different colored sediment are deposited. In this case, over a period of more than 24 million years. The site is the result of the impact between the tectonic plates of India and Asia that form the Himalayas. Gradual erosion has brought out the various colors.
The hills are a gift from heaven for the people of our region. People discovering them has changed our lives.
The most famous rice fields are to be found in the province of Zhejiang, to the south of Shanghai. Located between 200 and 1,400 meters altitude, they're the most ancient and the most difficult to maintain. 10,000 years ago, man learnt to grow rice. It's the staple Chinese food. In this region, farmland is handed down from generation to generation. Tian took over the family rice fields, which are now his main source of income.
To us, rice is very important. We eat it every day. Here, every household, every family grows rice. When winter comes, every family plants rice. Then they can eat it every day of the year. Our family's rice is much better than the others because we use very few pesticides, less than the others. Here in the mountains, there are few insects. It's much more complicated at high altitude than on the plain. For example, here, journeys between home and the rice fields are made on foot. We do virtually everything by hand, whereas others use machines. Mountain farmers have a hard life. We do a tough job. For us, the best time is the harvest. We go home, and we have rice to eat. We don't sell that. We keep it for ourselves. We meet with friends and family. We invite each other to share a meal. We go to them, they come to us. Here we help each other. We share the hard work, but we're also glad to meet up and spend good times together.